The life story of Michael Jackson. The king of pop, Michael Jackson, often called the king of pop, was more than just a singer, dancer, or performer. He was a global phenomenon. With a career that spanned over 4 decades, Michael redefined music, dance, fashion, and fame. But behind the glittering stage lights and electrifying performances was a complex man whose life was filled with both incredible triumphs and deep personal struggles. Early life and childhood. Michael Joseph Jackson was born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana, USA. He was the 8th of 10 children in the Jackson family, a working-class African-American household. His father, Joseph Jackson, worked at a steel mill and was also a musician, playing guitar in a local rhythm and blues band. His mother, Catherine, was a devout Jehovah's Witness who instilled strong religious values in her children. From a very young age, Michael showed signs of extraordinary talent. At just 5 years old, he began performing with his older brothers in a group that would eventually be known as the Jackson 5. Their father, recognizing Michael's immense talent, became their manager and pushed the group toward success with a strict and often harsh hand. The Jackson 5 era. In 1969, the Jackson 5 signed with Motown Records, the legendary label that helped launch the careers of many black artists. Their debut single, I Want You Back, became a #1 hit, followed by other smash hits like ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. Michael, with his powerful voice, charm, and natural stage presence, quickly became the standout star of the group, even as a child. During the early 1970s, Michael's fame grew rapidly. But even though he was achieving national and international recognition, he was missing a normal childhood. Rehearsals, performances, and studio sessions took priority over friends and school. This early fame shaped his emotional world forever, leaving lasting scars and a deep yearning for the childhood he never had. Solo career begins. Michael began exploring a solo career in the early 1970s, while still performing with his brothers. His first solo albums with Motown, such as Got to Be There, 1972, and Ben, 1972, gave early signs of the solo superstardom that lay ahead. But it wasn't until he left Motown and teamed up with legendary producer Quincy Jones in the late 1970s that things truly changed. Off the Wall and a new era. In 1979, Jackson released Off the Wall, his breakthrough solo album as an adult, featuring hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. The album showcased his unique blend of pop, funk, and soul. Off the Wall sold over 20 million copies and won him his first Grammy Award. Michael's incredible dance moves, particularly his ability to effortlessly glide across the stage, added another layer to his growing reputation as a unique and captivating performer. But Michael wasn't satisfied. He wanted something even bigger. Thriller, the biggest album in history. In 1982, Michael Jackson released Thriller, and the world was never the same again. With 7 top 10 singles, including Billie Jean, Beat It, and the title track Thriller, the album smashed all previous records. It became the best-selling album of all time, with over 66 million copies sold globally. Michael's performance of Billie Jean during the Motown 25 Yesterday, Today, Forever TV special, where he debuted the moonwalk, became one of the most iconic moments in television history. With his red leather jacket, white glove, and gravity-defying dance, he was instantly cemented as a cultural legend. The music video for Thriller, a 14-minute horror-inspired mini-movie, changed the way the world saw music videos. It wasn't just about promoting a song, it became a cinematic event. The Thriller era turned Michael into not just a star, but a global megastar. Humanitarian work and social impact. Amidst his fame, Michael Jackson was also deeply involved in humanitarian causes. He supported more than 30 charities, donated millions of dollars, and often visited sick children around the world. His 1985 collaboration with Lionel Richie and other top artists on We Are the World raised over $60 million for famine relief in Africa. He also addressed social issues in his music. Songs like Man in the Mirror, Heal the World, and Earth Song tackled poverty, the environment, racism, and the need for compassion and change. Bad, Dangerous, and History. After Thriller, Jackson released Bad in 1987, Though it didn't match Thriller's staggering success, it still produced 5 consecutive #1 hits, including Smooth Criminal and Man in the Mirror. In 1991, he released Dangerous, which included the hit Black or White, a powerful anthem about racial unity. He used cutting-edge visuals and special effects in his music videos, setting new industry standards. In 1995, History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1, featured some of his most personal and political songs. They Don't Care About Us, for instance, was a bold critique of social injustice. The album combined greatest hits with new material, and while it was controversial, it showed Michael's evolving voice as an artist with a message. Changing appearance and media scrutiny. As Michael's fame soared, so did public interest in his personal life. Over the years, his physical appearance changed dramatically. His skin lightened due to vitiligo, a skin disorder he was later confirmed to have. He also underwent multiple plastic surgeries, especially to his nose and chin. The media was relentless. Dubbed Wacko Jacko by tabloids, Michael's eccentric behavior, including sleeping in a hyperbaric chamber and buying exotic animals, made him a target of public curiosity and ridicule. His Neverland Ranch, built as a private amusement park, was both a reflection of his childlike imagination and a symbol of his longing for a lost childhood. Legal battles and allegations. Michael's life took a dark turn in 1993 when he was accused of child sexual abuse. Although the case was settled out of court with no admission of guilt, it left a deep stain on his reputation. In 2005, he was tried again for similar allegations. After a lengthy and public trial, he was acquitted on all charges, but the damage was lasting. The intense media coverage, financial strain, and emotional toll deeply affected him. Later years an attempted comeback. In the late 2000s, Jackson largely disappeared from the spotlight. Mounting debt forced him to sell portions of his assets, including part of his share in the lucrative music publishing business that owned the Beatles' catalog. In 2009, he announced his return with a series of comeback concerts, titled This Is It. The shows, set to take place in London, sold out within hours. Rehearsals were intense, and despite health concerns, Michael was determined to reclaim his throne. But he never got the chance. Death and global mourning. On June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson died suddenly at the age of 50 from acute propofol intoxication. The news sent shockwaves around the world. Streets flooded with mourners, and tributes poured in from fans, artists, and world leaders. His memorial service, held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, was broadcast live and watched by over 1 billion people worldwide. Artists like Mariah Carey, Stevie Wonder, and Usher performed in his honor. His daughter Paris delivered a heart-wrenching farewell that reminded the world of the man behind the legend. Legacy. Michael Jackson's influence on music, dance, and culture is unmatched. He broke racial barriers, revolutionized music videos, and set standards for pop performance that continue to shape the industry today. Artists from Beyoncé to Bruno Mars, Justin Timberlake to The Weeknd, cite him as an inspiration. His dance moves, especially the moonwalk, remain iconic. His albums continue to sell millions, and his music is celebrated by new generations. But perhaps Michael's greatest legacy is the impact he had on people around the world, bringing joy, emotion, and inspiration through his artistry. Michael Jackson lived a life of dazzling highs and tragic lows. He was a musical genius, a tortured soul, a loving father, and an enigma. Though his life was cut short, his influence remains eternal. From a child prodigy in Gary, Indiana, to the king of pop on the world stage, Michael's journey was one of extraordinary talent, resilience, and complexity. His music lives on, his message still resonates, and his moonwalk continues to echo through history. Michael Jackson didn't just entertain the world, he changed it.